Hi guys, hope you all are well. Sorry that I seem a bit weird because of food at the moment. Just trying to sort myself out. I was thinking long and hard about what my next video is going to be about. I wanted it to be a step out there to kind of make everybody know exactly who Jade is and what Jade is about. So the best way to do that is to let everybody know what I was kind of like beforehand, like when I was back in school, when I was back in college, and when I started kind of getting to where I am. I say this like I'm a big age, guys. I'm only 21. I'm an independent business owner within TLC. That is my main title job role right now. So I thought to myself, the best way I could do is basically give you a story time with a little Q&A along with it. So I got a series of questions together, and then hopefully by the end of this video you'll kind of get to know exactly who Jade is and what Jade is about. What was my primary school and secondary school days like? Like how was I? Like what kind of person was I? I was a very like cocoon life person. It was me and me only at school, and me and my family at home. That was it really. In primary school I was just kind of singled out for whatever reason. Don't know why, but I was singled out. Found a group of friends, but then was singled out within that group of friends because of whatever reason again. I started to analyse myself. At such a young age I just thought to myself, it must be my appearance, because obviously being a mixture of black and Asian people, they get a lot of hair. So I have obviously I had a lot of hair on my head. Yeah, I was blessed with hair. Yes, everyone says it, I'm blessed with hair. That's all well and good, but I'm blessed with hair everywhere kind of thing. I'm not a monkey, don't get twisted. I was blessed with hair on me that I didn't. My arms was hairy like than anybody else's, my legs, everything. So I was always very conscious of how I would be. Like in PE, I was obviously very like withdrawn. People obviously sitting up front with me then that I was either like one of the weirdos at school or one of the little outsiders. So that's how people would have then seen me. So I spent a lot of time really at home with my parents and with my nan, and that's really it. I was at my nan's, and if I went at my nan's I was at home. If I wasn't at home I was at school. If I wasn't there I was at after school club or before school club. That was it. That was primary school. When I moved into secondary school now, I kind of tried to do a bit more of a branch out, because I went from one side of Birmingham to the other side of Birmingham. So I said to myself, okay, I can bring a persona about myself. I can try and be a new person and try and bring off maybe a more stronger persona. So I tried that, but it really hit home when I first started there that my appearance was obviously a very unique thing. I was not plastered with makeup. I didn't know how to do makeup. Really and truly, at more times I didn't really even know how to do my eyebrows. My eyebrows was how they were from when I was born. Like the hair on the side of my face, obviously I didn't know how to do my hair too tough, so obviously the hairs was there rather than gelled up when you can. Obviously as you grow older you start to learn things, and that's how I got older. But when I was in secondary school I didn't know about that. I went to a girls' school, and the predominant thing I got bullied for in girls' school was being named as a lesbian. Now you get labelled as that purely because you're in a girls' school. So everyone would have got, if there was already singled out, they would have already got that kind of stereotype. That would have been the first stereotype people would have targeted them for, to really bully them in any sort of way, and I got that first off. I went through all that. That was great. So obviously I was very on my appearance, trying to do something about my appearance and trying to build something for myself that I couldn't do, trying to get my hair done, and then I would go with like stupid hairstyles because I didn't know how to do my hair, and it was just an ongoing cycle. I did form friends throughout the years. Each year there was a progression. There was a couple of friends that stayed through the whole 5 years. There was a few of them, but I did chop and change a lot with my friends. I was best friends with one with the other. There was one solid best friend I knew I had throughout the whole of them. She was one of the friends that when you know, every time when you're in secondary school and you're going through your problems, you try to run away. That was the person I'd run to, and she only lived around the corner from me. So it was like I was running away really to my corner for then my dad to knock the door and go, oh, is Jade there? Yeah, I'm only around the corner. But yeah, there was one solid friend that stuck through and I actually got through my years. And I did end up out of there with some solid friends, foundation friends. I would actually, no matter how long it will be that we talk, if we do talk, that's a friendship there. If we do communicate, it's like it was never anything lost. It was always a game to find out what was going on. So secondary school kind of progressed me then. So that was secondary school and primary school in a nutshell. Next session is what was it like living with my nan, because a lot of people know that I live with my nan. Like, I'm around my nan 90% of the time. As a kid especially, I was around my nan basically 90% of the time, and being there kind of made me have a set independence, but basically just know how adult life was, but still not have, know what the gist of adult life was, put it that way. I never really knew exactly the ins and outs, but obviously I knew that there were certain ways you were supposed to act as you're going through life that I picked up purely from being around my nan, which was an amazing experience. Obviously I built a really strong relationship with my nan, and it was an amazing thing. It allowed me to be more around my family as well, to see all my cousins, play around with them, go sleepovers, see all my older cousins, see all my older relatives that obviously as I've grown up, I still see them, and they see how I've progressed over the years because they've known me from so young. Because I was my nan's Duffy and I followed her around everywhere. I went to Wolverhampton, went to this place. I went to birthdays, I went to christenings, I went to little parties, went to little meals at people's houses. I was everywhere. So me being there kind of just gave me that. That's probably why I was so family orientated throughout my life. The question was, how was college life? So, college life, first of all, I tried to get one around by my nan's area in order to try and branch out again and try to do what I tried to do when I went to secondary school. But it came to my knowledge that since I'm in this area, I could do something great. Take the foundation friends I had, still know that I've got them around to talk to, and then progress within there as a completely different person. So I went on, found a bunch of new friends that was completely different to the old friends that I had, and I loved it. I was like, okay, cool, I've got these friends. But that came with a problem, because then I was then falling behind on my work, and after 2 years I didn't go to uni when I was supposed to. I applied, but wasn't able to go because I knew I wouldn't have the qualifications. So after the first year or year and a half, I took it upon myself to find a new course within my college to do and see if I can get the qualifications I needed for uni. So I did that. I went on and I did a childcare course, level 3, at my same college, and before I was due to start it, I fell ill. So from then onwards, for a year and a half, on and off there was about 2 to 4 weeks in between where I wasn't. I had a recurring illness of 3 abscesses on my lower back. This meant that basically I was off at times. I was just basically abandoned from college, and was doing work from home, but wasn't really doing it because I was always in pain or always doing something that was to do with my health. So I fell behind again, but I didn't fall behind too long, because after the first year I basically took a branch. I said, stop, I'm going to work solidly while I'm at home and just work solidly at all my coursework, because if I don't, that might be the reason why it kept reoccurring, because I was so stressed at the fact that I then have to pile on all this coursework to catch up to do my grade. So I did that. With the help of my parents, I was able to obviously get through that and get my qualification at the end of it. After my 4 years at college, I went on with, I think it was about 4 months, basically after I finished in July. It was round to January, and then in January I got a job at a nursery literally across the road from my nan's. So I was at my nan's again, working as a qualified nursery nurse then for a year. I did that for a solid year. Working in all years, being a nursery nurse. It was amazing. Best experience. I only truly left it because obviously in, say, about September of that year, I did take my leap into TLC. I begun taking the T, and obviously it was then my way into the business, so I was then starting up the business. But I realised that I wasn't able to manage that as well as doing my nursery nurse, because there was work I did need to do at home, and there was a lot of hours I was putting in that day that was wasted from my job as an independent business owner. So I said to myself, stop, let me change it, and I'll go on and do my business full time. So in January I handed in my notice and I left the end of January and took on my business full time. So that was then me in a nutshell to where I am now. So that, why am I in the business? I wanted to try the tea originally. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure that I was detoxing my own body, because I was at that stage where I'd put on a lot of weight through the illness. I'd lost a lot of weight, then I'd put it back on, then I lost a lot of weight, and it was confusing. So I said, okay, cool, I'll detox my body, and then hopefully that can get me started. Once I started that though, I made like a drastic weight loss as well as kind of personality change, and in that a lot of people started to notice it, and a lot of people started to say, wow, you've lost weight and you're a lot happier in this and that. So it gave me that confidence again then to step it up. And after, I say, the first month out of my work, I started up my marketing, started up my business flyers, started up doing everything business wise to get it going. Then I was starting to get so much interest, and basically it was kind of like in my head an opportunity to say, I can't really let this opportunity go. So I have to pause. joined was because when I joined the business, I seen the amount of unity that the business had already. It wasn't one of them ones where you get added to a group and you don't feel like you're part of it. You don't feel like you can interact because you feel like you've missed something. You always feel when you're in a group, you don't always have that confidence to step into the group and go, hi guys, this is that and the other. I was already kind of welcomed into it. When they see new people come in, they welcome them in and they start to kind of try to find out more about you. And that was what I found amazing, because it was like they wanted to know about me. I wanted to know about them, yeah, but they wanted to know about me first. So it was crazy. So I really enjoyed like communicating with all of them, finding out how they begun, finding out where they are now, how they got to where they are now. And they give you resources. They give me so much like personal development stuff to help for me personally, not just in my business, just in general, just personal development for myself to get better, which was amazing. So they're my main reasons why I did decide to join. It was just it allowed me to be more open, be more honest, be more passionate about things, rather than just be like, oh yeah, I'm a nurse, you know, oh yeah, I work here, oh yeah, I work here. I'm very confident now when I talk about things, so it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more questions. Let me just check. Oh, why I'm starting my videos? That was the other question. I'm starting my videos because building confidence. It's very exciting. I love editing now. Ever since I got my MacBook, I love to edit. It's so much fun. And I thought, well, there's only so much you can do on your Facebook. Like, there's only a certain amount of people that can see on your Facebook. And if I have this option to start editing, and I have this option then to talk about my story and show people what I've been going through, what I'm doing, like just day-to-day vlogging, day-to-day showing different things that I do, I think that brings out another passion in me. And I think I've always thought to myself, now, you need to bring out the passion within yourself. There's only so much things people can do for you. You need to start thinking of yourself and saying, okay, what do I actually like doing, and what do I want to progress with? So that's kind of why I started my videos. I kind of just wanted to let you guys know that I'm 21 and I'm really trying to open my mind to build a legacy in myself. And that's a crazy experience for me to still think about, considering I was the same person that was quiet back in the day and went through all the same normal things that everyone's going through. But now I feel like I'm open to a place where I don't think anyone's ever gone to. And that's why I said to myself, alright, I'll start videoing it and start showing people and just letting you guys know that everybody can do it. It's not just, you don't just have to be brought into it. You don't just have to push yourself out there so much. You can have the guidance of people. You got yourself saying, let me find out more about you before I take that leap. You're starting to find something in yourself, rather than just everybody else just either bombarding you with stuff or telling you that you need to go out and work and you need to find your money, to bring your money home to supply for your house. Do you know what I mean? You can make your own options, guys. That's something, that's all it is. It's just creating your own goals, creating your own options. So that is why I'm starting videos. Yeah guys, I think that's it. I think I'll be posting a little fitness video in here after as well, of how I've been going so far. Obviously I've got a lot of new fitness equipment. Find the right word and you can't find it. Yeah, I've got a lot of new fitness equipment at the moment, so I'm gonna try and do a little video and show you guys that later. So yeah guys, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. See you later guys. Bye.